Welcome back to New Rockstars. Robert Pattinson as the Batman is facing a serial killing Riddler whose motive we're starting to get a clearer picture of. But like any great noir film, there's always some greater conspiracy on the other end of the unraveled duct tape. We're gonna crack that code because this is Rogue Theory, the podcast that brings you the wildest nerdy hot takes on the topics you can't stop arguing about. I'm Erik Voss. With me today to pitch Rogue Theories, our friends from the Real Rejects YouTube channel, Greg, Alba, and John Humphrey. Hey guys, welcome back.
We're back. We're so happy to be here.
We are not exhausted at all.
You guys were the first out there with that great reaction video, and we actually experimented with doing a reaction video. We rarely do them, but like I was watching yours, I'm like, oh, I gotta be more animated when I do that. These guys are great. It's so much fun to watch you guys watch stuff.
We loved yours. We loved yours. Yours is the best. Everything you do is the best. Is this earning us brownie points?
Oh, let's do another 10 minutes of just complimenting each other. We can't do that because we have another guest with us. First time here on New Rockstars, comedian, writer, and producer, and a friend of mine from our time doing improv together at the Upright Citizens Brigade in Los Angeles, Shukri Abdi.
Woo,
welcome,
woo.
Shukri.
Oh, really happy to be here. I watched Watchmen a couple episodes.
All right. Hell yeah.
Okay. Shukri, I'm so glad we could get you on New Rockstars. For anyone watching, yeah, Shukri and I used to do stuff at UCB, and I looked back on that team. A crazy amount of who's were on that team. Moses Storm did improv with us on that team. Katie Maravich from College Humor was on that team.
Jillian Vogel, who's a superstar in development, was on that team.
We got to meet Sia. Sia came to see our final show. Like it was like a star-studded summer, and then I got on no other UCB teams after that. It all ended.
Well, but here's the good news: they're closed, so there's
it might not ever reopen.
I don't know.
Hopefully,
Crossing fingers. I do love it there.
All right, let's dive into the Batman. Matt Reeves, the Batman, is reintroducing the Caped Crusader as a Year 2 Batman, played, of course, by Robert Pattinson, whose attempts to rein in crime in Gotham City have backfired. Now we got Paul Dano as a murderous Riddler, leaving behind Zodiac-style clues, the first of which we were able to solve in our trailer breakdown. Be sure to go watch that. But there's going to be a lot of other clues, especially ones in this trailer that point to like this big political conspiracy subplot, one that has us wondering who the real big bad of the story could be, because it's never just the psycho killer on the ground in the trenches. There's always someone behind that who is either the cause of or the recipient of that who's going to get exposed. And I believe this true villain is going to be the one that Batman will have to face in this movie's sequel, whoever it is. You know, kind of like the way Nolan's Batman Begins ended with that Joker calling card that set up the Dark Knight. So I want to know from you three, who do you think is really pulling the strings of this mystery? Who is the real ultimate threat of the story that Batman might have to face in the sequel? Greg, why don't you go first?
Okay. Or we could all go at the same exact time to see how that goes. Yeah.
And let the people decide.
All right. Well, let me start with this. I think we've got a lot of characters being reintroduced into the Batman story. And I think in this version, which I believe is Year 2 of Bruce Wayne being Batman, they're reestablishing the world of Gotham. So you're going to have famous rogue gallery characters like Penguin, Catwoman, and Riddler. I think Penguin at this point is far from being the criminal kingpin he desires to be. At this current stage, he's just a ruthless but envious man, and I think he works for Carmine Falcone and wishes to surpass him. But Carmine also works for someone else. Who, I wonder, this might segue into my thing. Selina Kyle, I don't think she'll be a full-on villain. Perhaps someone who occasionally rides the line of thief and semi-Robin Hood. She looks out for her neighborhood and those that she cares about, that she grew up with, but I don't think she minds stealing from the big bad gangsters or the corrupt politicians as established in this trailer. But in between that, there's someone whose actions are creating streets in Gotham, and I think that's why Selina Kyle will team up with Batman eventually, and that is the Riddler. So while the other two criminals are on the surface, Riddler is obsessed with the evil underneath the surface. He has a line in this trailer that says, "If you are justice, please do not lie." And I think Riddler, now being named Edward Nash in this movie, sees himself in Batman. He doesn't see himself as a criminal, but as a hero. Someone who can lead Batman to uncover the truth. The truth about that the politicians and those who are supposed to protect us really work for someone else. but also that the leaders in this organized crime syndicates, they answer to the same exact people. Batman, as stated by Alfred in this trailer, is becoming a bit of a celebrity. The media is loving him. It's becoming known he's helping the cops to take down the criminals in Gotham. But Riddler, he's an obsessed individual and hates knowing the truth, but watching the world ruled by lies. He sees that in order for real change to happen, Batman can't be taking down the criminals on the surface, but the corrupt and powerful that lurks in the shadows, which is obviously the Court of Owls.
Aha, yes.
Mattson Tomlin, the writer of the film, he talked about how this film will explore the soul of Batman and Bruce Wayne. But what does this storyline have to do with Bruce Wayne? I think at this point in the story, the Court of Owls are considered a myth, a legend, passed down in nursery rhymes to scare children into behaving good, right? And so we'll learn at one point that Bruce thought his parents was associated with the court. Their death was associated with the Court of Owls, but couldn't find any evidence on their actual existence. And that's where Edward comes in. He's a man who's crafted an identity of riddles, obviously. He also grew up in Gotham, was obsessed with the nursery rhymes, but was able to decode that they actually exist. But why did, so I think Riddler will sort of be like a cross between Kevin Spacey in Seven and Robin Williams in Insomnia. And he knows who Batman really is. He knows he's Bruce Wayne, and that's why he really wants to use him. Because after Batman finally captures Riddler, he reveals that the Court of Owls had involvements with the Waynes, as explored in the New 52 and Gotham series, and that the answer to Thomas and Martha Wayne's murders lies in the quote-unquote conspiracy of the Owls, segueing in to part 2. I'm done. I'm finally done.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, Greg, I definitely think you're onto something. I mean, we saw in that Riddler gift card, that crazy-ass Halloween card that, I know Halloween cards exist, but, like, candy, please. Like, I don't want a freaking card with the crazy. He must have custom printed that, and he's got to be putting clues on there with the owl on there. And yeah, this is one of the more interesting Batman villains to come out of the New 52 that has never been explored in film, and you could tell that DC definitely recognizes the value here by putting them in Gotham Knights as like this villainous threat in the game. Do you see Court of Owls as kind of the Spectre of this? You know, like in James Bond, University of Spectre that keeps going back again and again and again. Or is it like a smaller tribal council that can be taken down, but then there's some other kind of threat beyond them?
Oh no, 100% they're going to be like Spectre. They have had their claws planted in. Talon, a Court of Owls reference. They've had their claws, planted inside of Gotham's roots for centuries at this point. So yeah, they're going to be certainly the Spectre of the Gotham world that is in here.
Greg, I'm going to award you with 2 Sparkle Bucks.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Ding-a-ling-ling. 1 and 2. What do those turn into on your end?
Oh, grab them.
Oh, they turn into this Ridge wallet.
Oh wow, a Ridge wallet.
Used with a new Rockstars promo code to get 10% off. Or code Real Rejects, whichever one works.
I was about to ask where you could get a Ridge wallet.
Well, I would go through new Rockstars since they're on their channel now.
That's probably better.
They are not a sponsor of this episode, but hey, if they happen to come up, we can't control it here.
Yeah.
We don't edit anything in this episode. Get that edit away. Get that edit away. He's trying to edit things in. There's no post-production allowed. All right, Shukri, what do you think is going to be the deeper mystery to the Riddler in this story?
All right, so Paul Dano from 2014's Love and Mercy, the film about the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Paul Dano is Bruce Wayne's friend.
Oh,
now,
okay.
He is Dr. Thomas Elliot, who's a doctor who is helping out Batman, and Batman hits his head and he has a concussion, etc., etc. But Dr. Thomas Elliot helps him out. He goes off. Why does the Riddler have a problem with Batman? Bruce's parents were pieces of shit, because how do you become that rich without having your hand in some muck? You know what I'm saying? So Dr. Thomas Elliot has an axe to grind with Bruce's parents because his parents were whistleblowers on shit-ass Bruce's parents.
Oh.
So,
whoa,
yes,
hold on.
yes. I know this is very convoluted. Please try to keep up with me.
What did Bruce's parents do? What did they do? What whistle needed to be blown on them?
What is Jeff Bezos guilty of? I mean, do we have to come up with a specific, or can we just say that rich people, eat them and chuck them? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get to the top and have that much without shitting on a whole slew of the population.
That's right. Every billionaire is a policy failure. Yes, I agree.
Right. Listen, I mean, we could go down the laundry list. They weren't taxed. The rich weren't taxed. Look, turn on MS anything, okay?
13? Not 13. NBC, sure. I'm not turning on those guys because they'll turn back on you hard.
So,
I gotcha.
Whistle was blown. Parents were duct taped by the mafia. Hidden underground. Flood takes
So they were
place.
drowned with duct tape. So you're working in the duct tape. That's why he uses duct tape to duct tape all of his people, yeah?
I can only present the facts. I'm glad that you're jumping along with me from fact to fact, but that's what it is. And so that's how we get the Riddler's origin story, because he's like, oh, you want to duct tape my mom and my dad? Well, that's me too.
Shukri, some very interesting ideas you just brought up. I love this idea of working in the duct tape into his origin story, because the fact that the trailer opened with the sound of duct tape, the fact that not only does he wrap his victims' heads with duct tape, he wears a mask of duct tape himself, it looks like. It looks like that thing. He looks like, that year in high school where we all were like, oh, I can just make a backpack out of duct tape. I can make a prom suit out of duct tape. And everyone's like, I'm not going to dance with them. Shukri, I do love this idea of using Hush, because it seems like Edward Nashton in this movie is taking inspiration from Hush. The fact that the whole bandaging up of the face, the fact that Riddler's involved with it. And Hush is such a fascinating mystery that does involve many characters of the Rogues Gallery, as this movie appears to be doing. So for trying to find a way to get Hush into this story and to get back to Bruce Wayne's childhood and the childhood friend that gets under his skin, I'm awarding you 2 Sparkle Bugs.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
hell yeah.
On the board.
Yes.
Woo.
And what do they transform into on your end?
They transform into a DVD of Lars and the Real Girl.
That's a great movie.
That is a good movie. Is she real? No, I think you can.
She's real in here.
Did you get that at Blockbuster?
Yeah. Did you find it?
I think I see the Blockbuster logo.
Wow. From Captain Marvel. Nice.
That makes it a vintage thing, right? You found a Blockbuster.
I used to walk to Blockbuster every Friday by myself when I was single, and it was my little date with myself.
Oh, and now Blockbuster left you.
There's one more.
Blockbuster left us one more.
You can still get him. Run to the airport.
That's right. Get there. All right, John, what do you think is going to be the real deeper mystery behind the Riddler in this Batman movie?
All right, step aside, kids, because my theory includes kind of everyone's theory, because I know what Matt Reeves is doing, all right? He's setting up a trilogy, and as much as he wants to talk about how this movie is going to test Bruce Wayne's soul, I'm focused on Gotham, all right? And you know what? Much like Christopher Nolan chose 3 themes for his Dark Knight trilogy, I think Matt Reeves is going to do the same thing. And this first movie is all going to be about the body of Gotham, figuring out what the true nature is, what the city's politics really are, what the power structures really are. It looks like, as we pointed out in the trailer, Riddler, he also wants to expose the true corruption that maybe Batman doesn't see or is biased towards because of his family, as we've talked about. Perhaps they had some kind of involvement with the Court of Owls. And in my version, we're going to go down a rabbit hole that shows that they were members of the Court of Owls.
Ooh.
Sins of the father and mother, too. And so through this mystery, we will realize that they are still grappling for control in Gotham, but we also have the mob, we have the police in the state that they are in, and I feel like what we are building to with this movie is, yeah, there will be a presence of the Court of Owls, but they are just one among many players. The Riddler is back to him because he is involved. His ultimate goal is to reveal the past, Batman's hypocrisy given his roots, and the fact that they have a similar motive by the look of things, you know, truly exposing the corruption of Gotham. And so through this adventure, Riddler is driven further mad, and towards the film's conclusion, it's revealed that he too has been a pawn in the scheme of someone who's been feeding secrets into his ear, feeding misinformations perhaps. A doctor, maybe. A psychologist or a psychiatrist perhaps. Hugo Strange.
Ooh.
And now think of this. As we're setting up the sequel, I mean, GCPD is in a shambles. The second movie is going to be a battle for the mind of Gotham. And who better than the person who deduced Batman's identity early on, who is a master of the mind but is mad himself? Think of a sequel where we've got this guy with a hand in Arkham, in Indian Hill. We've got this guy with a hand among the Court of Owls. And with Gotham, I mean, in the sequel, I mean, there's going to be... This is a 3-movie arc where Gordon's going to be commissioner by part 3, all right? The police are a mess in part 2. Court of Owls, they're not fully back yet, but they want their old grip restored. And then you got the mob who's the mob. So yeah, in the trilogy, body, mind, and soul, we're setting up for the mind chapter. Yeah, soul's part 3. The soul of Gotham will be part 3. But yeah, the mind, the madness, that's what we're setting up for with part 2 and Hugo Strange.
Nice.
I love it.
That was great.
And my moment. I'm so sorry to cut you off, Senpai Eric. But think of it. It's the last moment of the movie, and here's how we tease him. Somebody wanders out of a shadow. We think everything's fine for now. It's one of the thugs. But he looks kind of jacked up and nasty, and all he utters is one phrase. Bruce Wayne. Given to him by his creator, Hugo Strange.
God? Oh.
God.
Who said soul?
By his collaborator on his outcome, God and Hugo Strange.
Cool. That was
very
great.
nice. Well done, John.
Well done.
You got a little clap of joy out of me. Yeah, I think that's very interesting. Hugo Strange is up there with Court of Owls for me as one like a fascinating character. I want to go into Arkham Asylum. I want one of these movies to be an adaptation of the Arkham games in some way, and you don't do that without Hugo Strange, like the Nurse Ratched of that Asylum. And I'm very curious to see.
Speaking of which, Eric, the film that the second movie is going to borrow from is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope
so. Based off Chinatown, and then there you go.
That's right. It's the last one's The Shining, and it's just Batman Soul.
Jack Nicholson in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fourth one's as good as it gets.
John, fascinating ideas there. You're going to get 3 Sparkle Bucks for that.
Oh my goodness!
That's so impressive.
I got a bottle of hand sanitizer, a tattered deck of cards, and would you have that? Another Ridge wallet. Wow.
Oh, wow, man, where do people keep getting those? Because they are not cheap.
Are worth the money.
Worth every $100 of them. Well, some very great thoughts here. We're going to continue talking about the Batman, obviously, because it's news. It's actual news that we can talk about here on our nerdy channels. So continue to follow, subscribe, all that bullshit. But before we continue, we want to thank some people who helped us make this episode. First, we want to thank our friends at ShipStation. If you're an e-commerce seller, right now is a wild time, and ShipStation is here to help you. See, when New Rockstars has tried to ship things in the past, it was confusing figuring out the logistics and the costs of everything. Is the Postal Service in existence anymore? Well, ShipStation helps online sellers of any size get orders out quickly, save money on shipping, and keep customers happy. They get you the shipping rates normally reserved for Fortune 500 companies. Not anymore. Now the little guys are getting it too. We're all going to be shipping things at the same rates. It's the fastest, it's the easiest, most affordable way to manage and ship your orders. Just a few clicks, and you'll be managing your orders and getting your product to happy customers. ShipStation works with all the major carriers, and their interface brings your products together, whether you're selling them on Etsy, Amazon, or your own website. ShipStation is the #1 choice for online sellers. You'll ship more in less time with the best rates available. And right now, you can try ShipStation for free for 60 days when you use the offer code ROGUE. Make sure your business is ready to meet the demands of delivery culture. Get started at ShipStation.com today. Click on the microphone at the top of the home page and type in ROGUE. And that's ShipStation.com. Then enter the offer code ROGUE. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen. All right, we also want to thank our friends at Hydrant for helping us make this episode. We all know that we should drink more water, but by the time you feel thirsty, it's too late. You're dead. You're a corpse. You're in the ground. No one's mourning you. You're already dehydrated is a point, folks, is you can't focus and you feel tired is I need to take this right now because Hydrant has created a refreshing electrolyte powder that you mix into the water to hydrate you quickly and keep you going longer, forever. Each rapid hydration mix has the 4 essential electrolytes your body needs, and it packs a punch to help your body hydrate fast and stay that way. And Hydrant is backed by research, not that weird, back alley crap that you get that it's gonna poison you and give you weird viruses that weren't even on the CDC's radar. This is totally legit, safe, great stuff. Like, the formula was developed by an Oxford scientist. It's loved by pro athletes, has thousands of 5-star reviews. This stuff's a real deal. It was made with real fruit juice powder and comes in a variety of delicious flavors, including summer-friendly flavors like iced tea lemonade, fruit punch. You could just like mix it with any kind of other alcohol you want to, if you do want to feel drunk, but that alcohol is going to dehydrate you. If you just want to be hydrated, just do what they say. Hydrant is backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love it, you can send it back for full refund, but you're going to love it. You're going to worship it. We've got a special deal for our listeners to save 25% off your first order. Go to drinkhydrant.com/rockstars or enter our promo code ROCKSTARS at checkout. That's drinkhydrant.com/rockstars and enter promo code ROCKSTARS for 25% off your first order. Drinkhydrant.com/rockstars and enter promo code ROCKSTARS to save 25%. And we thank them for sponsoring Rogue Theory. And we also want to thank our friends at Lumen Skin for helping us make this. There are lots of reasons we neglect our skin. We're busy, we're lazy, we're stupid, we're alone, we don't deserve to be happy. Maybe we don't know what to do besides splash water on our face and hope for the best, or just cry into our pillows and hope that rehydrates our skin. They're all bad ideas. The truth is, our skin has needs, like a gentle lover that protects us with a hug that has been there since birth and will be there till the day we die. Our skin is our best friend, and if you want it to look good for as long as possible, you need to address those needs. There's a company that has taken all the guesswork out of it for you. Lumen! Lumen is on a mission to help give men the amazing skin they deserve. Because not just women, men deserve to have to spend time on themselves. Through high-quality, expert-created products delivered right to your door, Lumen is there for you. All of their products are formulated for men's skin using top-notch ingredients like charcoal, green tea extract, vitamin C. As we go on, we'll remember the great choice we made to buy Lumen.
You did it. Perfect.
Right? I did it. Lumen makes it easy to find the right skin management system for you. All you got to do is choose from different skin concerns to address, and you pick up a simple starter pack for free. I got one of these starter packs. This is their moisturizing balm. And I thought balm was just something that goes on your lips. And look at this. Look at what is happening here. I am so moisturized. And I am gonna be like a sponge because I've been so dried out and dehydrated. I'm just gonna soak it all up like SpongeBob. I'm waking up feeling better every day using this stuff, and you deserve to look and feel your best. And here's where you start. Go to lumenskin.com/rogue to get a 1-month free trial of everything you need to start your skincare journey at home. That's lumenskin.com/rogue to get your first month free. Lumenskin.com/rogue. All right, we're gonna move on to our Discord Rogue Theory. Every week we play a game of Rogue Theory with our patrons on the New Rockstars Discord. This week we had some amazing patrons pitch theories about what the biggest change to the Justice League that Zack Snyder is going to make with his Snyder Cut. We had a real fun theory from Coxie that focused on Darkseid. Our winner was Cortez_NZ. Their theory focused mostly on that post-apocalyptic nightmare sequence and then added some formal introductions for Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter. I truly hope they show up in this Snyder Cut, even if it's just a shout out, even if it's just a reference. I want to see Green Lantern in there. You can play too, have your theory read on an episode of Rogue Theory by becoming a patron at patreon.com/newrockstars, and you can join our Discord that way. All right, you three, we're moving on to our second topic, the Suicide Squad. Also at FanDome, we got our first official look at James Gunn's upcoming Suicide Squad film. We got confirmation for the characters that Idris Elba and John Cena. The rest of the cast are going to be playing. This movie looks crazy fun. I'm so excited for it. And we got some footage, just little bits of it, some behind-the-scenes stuff that I broke down yesterday's trailer breakdown. Go check it out. Gonna try to answer all your big questions there. But here, I want to know from you guys, this is kind of the big mystery that I'm still not really sure about, is what is this mission that they're on? What are they doing? We know that this movie's going to steer hard into that whole A-Team, Dirty Dozen, Magnificent Seven kind of team-up mission sort of thing. But based on the footage, based on the details we learned from this latest behind-the-scenes teaser, what do you guys think that the suicide mission of James Gunn's Suicide Squad will be?
And mine's called The Suicide Squad Steals the Air Cut, and they're killing the trailer park company that recut the first movie because they're really pissed. No. Personally, I think the Suicide Squad is going to see our anti-heroes going to South America under the guise of aiding in some kind of, military conflict or a coup or whatever. But what they start to realize along the way, as they start to see more and more wreckage and they run into people displaced by whatever is going on, it seems as though whatever is happening here isn't altogether on the ground human. It's not just soldiers with guns. It's something more. And then finally, when we reach the end, when we reach this figure, this warlord they're supposed to take out, and they find what they're supposed to retrieve, it's kryptonite weaponry. Because Amanda Waller wants to bring that shit back so that she can start stockpiling an arsenal and experimenting and basically, taking the Lex Luthor theory, but, weaponizing it and equipping future Suicide Squads with it, because let's face it, they can't get by on guns alone.
Yeah, that's, oh man, what an interesting take there, John. I definitely do see that logic. And I think Bloodsport, Idris Elba's character, he, in the comics was imprisoned for shooting Superman with a kryptonite bullet. Yep. So like he would be the person Amanda Waller would send on that mission, as a guy who's used to this weaponizing this kind of material and knowing how to work with it. So John, for that theory, I'm gonna give you a Rogie Sparklebuck. You get one here.
Aw, well,
what? Oh, you don't even need to get this one.
I was so happy to have one. It was an endeared.
Don't be greedy. You
got three.
It was like I expected nothing, and oh my god, and it's a great Rogie too. Look at how great this. It's a Batman Under Armour.
Oh, look at that!
Thanks.
It paints the abs on and everything. You already feel jacked and ready to go.
I was gonna wear this to work out, but I don't have to anymore.
You don't have to. All you gotta do is wear it, and you could just like sit around. Oh man. Good for you. Good for you.
Pay attention
you look
to what
like
my body does.
Philip Molina now. You look great now.
No.
That's my goal.
All right, Shukri, what do you think the mission's going to be?
Guys, they're going to be fighting a virus.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, I like that.
And then we're really going to take a hard look at ourselves. And it's not even going to be Corona. It's going to be a different virus, guys.
Oh, yeah. That'd be too.
Keeping up? Are you paying attention?
Fictional virus. That's right.
It's a fictional virus. We can't use the real thing.
Well, to some people, the coronavirus is fictional, but not us.
Yeah,
not
sheeple.
They've tuned out by now, as you said already.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna show it. Who's boss? Terry Crews is gonna be in it.
Yeah.
As himself or as a character?
Is he the president in this? Is this Idiocracy?
He's gonna play the president again.
Awesome, yes.
And you know what? It's gonna be a real page turner.
Is this a book? Are you pitching a book?
The novelization.
They're coming out with the book first. I hate to tell you this. They're coming out with the book first on all of this. And then, because they want to make sure that they keep the spirit up with the franchise and whatnot. So
Right.
into a graphic novel. This is what I think is going to happen in the next Suicide Squad. I know they're still doing things in the edit. I hope they don't steal some of these ideas.
James Gunn, if you're watching.
James Gunn. Just write me a thank you letter. That's all. I'm just looking for a little acknowledgement.
Oh man.
And that's pretty much what you got. Suicide Squad in theaters.
Sometime.
Shukri cut
next year. Shukri, I gotta say, you truly know the name of the show. That was a very rogue theory. I'll give you that. Maybe a little too rogue, but is that a thing? Could it be too rogue?
No, it's not rogue enough.
Not rogue enough.
I think we can get more rogue.
I think that's the thing. I think you could have been more rogue. So the fact that you could have gone more rogue and you didn't, you just get one. But you still get one.
Okay,
you did a pretty good job.
One club.
She deserves 4.
Yes. And that turned into, it jumped through the screen. It's a Marley and Me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Great rogue.
You're getting so many DVDs.
In Suicide Squad. This
Yeah.
dog.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it would fit.
Don't get attached.
Yeah, but don't get attached.
Don't get attached. Don't get it. It dies.
All right, Greg. Greg, what do you think the mission's going to be in Suicide Squad?
All right. So my idea is kind of a little bit of John's and not really anything like Shukri's.
Okay.
How dare you?
All right.
Which is to say, it's better and more developed than mine.
Well, so we'll see. We'll see. You know what I noticed in this trailer, Eric? A shit ton of American flag imagery. And for an off-the-books team like Task Force X, it's kind of odd that they're being touted in front of the great American flag. So the official plot of this movie, as per Wikipedia, is Amanda Waller. She reassembles the Suicide Squad with members old and new and sends them on a mission to liberate South American country. But if we know Amanda Waller, there's always something much more heinous she's either trying to retrieve or bury. So when they're first sent into this fictional South American country, which is having a civil war of the people and its government, they'll be tasked to go in and help the rebel movement overthrow the government, right? Because this government is a goddamn commie threat. So the mission is simple, Dirty Dozen style. They have to take out some enemy soldiers, help the freedom fighters, and destroy a government official building where its leader is being held. But why the Suicide Squad? America hasn't been shy in the past of kicking in doors of other countries and putting up a fight. Well, I'll tell you, because in the behind-the-scenes footage, it showed us wreckage of what looked like to be a ruined laboratory. Once they get in there, they discover that this government has been conducting experiments pulled. They took evidence and archives and all kinds of remnants from the battle in Russia or wherever it was at the end of Whedon's Justice League to create serums and toxins, Bane venom, what have you, kryptonite stuff to take on superheroes. Now, how did Waller know about this? Because the government wouldn't fund these experiments, so she had to do it off the books. And in the one place she never thought the government in the U.S. would look, this fictional South American country. However, when the scientist she hired is captured, the president of this fictional South American country wants to take these experiments, weaponize them, and use them. Why? Because so many of our heroes, while they fight for the world, they clearly mainly fight for America. James Gunn's not shy of getting political. We know what he was like when he had a Twitter before he got canceled temporarily. Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, they're so American. This country, they've been developing weapons to take on not just the U.S. government, but also the superheroes who so often fight for the greatest country in the world, the goddamn U.S. of A. And that's the plot. Right
wow.
There. Yeah.
I feel like I should drop my mic.
Yeah, Greg.
I would watch that. I would watch that.
You stumbled upon some very interesting... You said some interesting things there. I'm particularly interested in this idea of Bane venom that could be set up in here. Yep,
that's why we're setting up Bane in here. Why not?
Hell yeah, why not? Why not?
Future suicider.
Yeah, why not? Okay, so Greg, you're going to get two Sparker Bucks for that.
$2.
Oh, well, with that too, I get this Giant Steps by Anthony Robbins book.
Oh, that's going to help out.
Read it one a day. 365 daily lessons in self-mastery by Anthony
love
Robbins.
that.
Oh, and he's still going by Anthony.
Yeah.
That's a classic
Look at
Rogie.
his hair, too.
He's a job interview, Tony Robbins.
It's a retro Rogie.
Wow.
So nice.
I see why your theories are so good.
Yeah, because of this toilet reading book right here. It's really helped me out a lot today.
Tony Robbins actually talks a lot about the DC universe.
Yeah, a lot of footnotes.
You gotta be like Superman.
He's not a Marvel guy. He seems like he would be.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to our final round of rogue questions. Is everyone ready for this?
Always.
Yeah, you're ready.
Too ready.
All right, question 1. In the teaser footage released for the Suicide Squad, John Cena said that his character Peacemaker is a, quote, douchey Captain America. How could you make something Captain America did in the MCU more douchey?
He wears sweatpants, and on his ass it says "America's ass" on those sweatpants.
That's right.
I would say anytime he has something to say that resonates with the people around him, he makes his breast dance.
Oh, he does the peck.
Like clink, 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 like that.
He's got him.
Clink, clink, clink.
He did the clink because they're metallic. Clink,
The pectoral dances sound like what's that clinging sound going?
Oh, yeah. Your pecs aren't made of solid chrome.
That's how he gets attention at public events, as he goes clink, 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 clink.
I like to make a toast.
I like this razzing. I like it.
Okay. My douchey Captain America moment is at the end of, spoilers if anybody ain't seen Endgame, but during the America's ass scene, he actually pinches it, and then the other Captain America wakes up, and then they have an argument about if it's gay or not that he's admiring his own mask, when they should really just be securing themselves.
Interesting. I gotta give Shukri the point there for the clinking.
Yeah, clink. Shukri, clink.
Anytime I use those muscles now, I'm going to think of that.
Shukri.
It turns into the movie The 10.
Hey, yeah, that's a good.
Wayne.
These are great.
It's an interesting one.
David Wayne. Mwah.
Not his best, but it's got some fun moments in there for
A lot
sure.
of all-stars.
A lot. Everyone in it's great.
You
Yes.
can make your own Suicide Squad out of all of
Yeah.
this.
Yes.
Good.
Our final question. A trailer came out this week for the PS5 game called Lord of the Rings Gollum. In honor of that, can I please hear your best Gollum impression thanking people for watching this show?
Go, John. You probably have the best one.
Oh,
Let's get the best one out of the way.
You wouldn't let me get my theories out, Precious. Your theories are terrible. No, Precious, we can win the game. Erik loves us, Precious. We bought Hydrant and we bought Lumen.
And that's Gollum.
Yeah.
Stupid fat rogies. Give me a rogie. I wish to win the rogie. I'm so desperate for attention to win the damn rogie.
Pretty good as well.
I traveled the show to win.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh, shit.
You're watching all the horror Suicide Squad.
It's so scary for me to watch. I don't know how I watch on the toilet.
Oh my God, Shukri, are you okay? You looked like you were in pain.
Please give it to Shukri.
That was a channeling. Just
That was.
Thank you.
I felt like Gollum was in the room.
She showed a new side of
three.
Gollum I've never seen before.
All three were excellent. However, I'm gonna have to give the point to John.
John!
I think John's. I liked his Gollum, and he definitely worked in the elements of the show. So that makes. What did that turn into? Oh, a nice mask. Yes, wear a mask.
Yes.
Sponsored by 40X.
Oh, sure. Why
So
not?
This
Why
mask
not?
moves. It has smoke effects. It has heat. It's got everything.
All right, John. I believe that makes you the winner
John
of this
won
episode
today.
of Rogue Theory. That's right. You have won. So, what is your wish that you'd like fulfilled?
So my wish today, here on this episode of New Rockstars, is to finally get a Solomon Grundy appearance in a damn Batman movie. That's what I want, Eric. That's my Rogues Gallery guy, all right?
We can't make that happen
yes,
here.
Yes, you can. If anyone on the YouTubes can make it happen, it's you.
All right, I'll see what I can do. We'll just Photoshop you in there, and then we'll post it on social, or you can post it. We'll figure it out. But well done to all three of our hosts. That's it for this episode of Rogue Theory. Thank you so much to all three of you. Shukri Abdi. Always such a fun to have you.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. And our friends from The Real Rejects, John Humphrey and Greg Alba.
Yeah, that's our names. Thanks for having us again. Seriously.
And be sure to subscribe to their YouTube channel. They're always making some real fun videos. I love to see whatever you guys put out there. A reminder to everyone watching to subscribe to our Rogue Theory podcast feed wherever you get your podcasts, and stay tuned to our YouTube channel for this and other shows. You can follow me on Instagram at Erik Voss, follow New Rockstars on socials at New Rockstars, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.